Welcome to this episode of Ask the Guitar Coach, the only podcast where you get answers to all your guitar-related questions. If you're interested in developing your guitar skills and reaching your music goals, please send me an email at the email address ioannis@ioannis.org. That is IOANNIS at IOANNIS.org, so that I can let you know about all the different packages of elite guitar coaching and how you can get private coaching by me. Without further ado, let's go to our question for the day. 5 things I absolutely loved about studying at Musicians Institute. So there you have it. This is video number 2. We had a shorter video with only 3 things I hated or I disliked about studying at Musicians Institute at Hollywood. So since I did that video, I decided to do another one with some of the things that I really liked, and I just wrote down the 5 things that I immediately came up to my mind. There are way more, but those 5 will have to do for this short Ask the Guitar Coach video. So let's get started. Number 1, I really liked that I had access to extremely high level teachers in all kinds of different styles. In my country, in Greece, I could find like good players and really good teachers in different styles, but very rarely. Like I would find a good teacher of rock music, and then a couple of years later I would find a good jazz player and maybe find someone who could play country really well but couldn't really teach it. And I would hear about someone who was a good blues guitar teacher. But in GIT, I had all those people every day in the same building, hearing them play, watching them walk by me, being able to just jump in their open counseling session and listen to them play and actually ask them questions about how I could develop my playing towards their style, like the style of music that we're playing. So I would just go to a room and play with Keith Wyatt, who's an amazing blues guitar player, and ask him, what do I need to fix? And he would be like, you need to fix your bends, they're not in tune. Okay, how do I do that? He would explain. And then I would go home and practice, and the next day or even the same day, I would go and spend some time with Steve Trovato, who's a really good country guitar player, very professional player. And then he would tell me some things. And then the next moment, I would be with Danny Gill or somebody else, or Scott Henderson. So this is an amazing opportunity, like really great players, great teachers, and this was good both for the actual teaching, but also for the inspiration. The second thing I really enjoyed was being able to work with and continuously be inspired and actually also compete with my fellow guitar students. Because, you know, when you're coming from another country, there's like maybe 2 or 3, 5 other people in the country that would go to the school and would have taken it very seriously. So you think that these are the people that you have to kind of compete with, even though competing is probably not the right word to use. However, once you're there, you see that everybody in the school is a really advanced player. So you're like continuously trying to develop your playing so that you can just keep up with them. And trust me when I say that, like if you play guitar and you live in a small town, maybe you know a couple of more decent guitar players, but if you go to a school like that, then all of a sudden it's like 600 people. Everybody who holds a guitar seems to be playing better than you. And that really kicks your ass big time immediately, and you have to like really try to keep up, and both with the playing requirements of the school and also to be able to play good enough to be next to those players. The third thing I really liked, even though I was too young at the time to take advantage of it, is the ability to do some networking, and that means to get to know people in the music industry from all different kinds of the parts of the music industry. Songwriters, singers, musicians, people that worked in the music business, that worked in recording companies, in record companies, everything was there. There were people always available for a quick chat or for a private meeting, or if you wanted to take some private lessons. This was really a great opportunity. So people will say that they will go to LA for the networking opportunities, I really would not go there just for that, but it was a great thing to also have available. Number 4. Los Angeles has an amazing live performance scene, like the kind of stuff you just read about in blogs or magazines, and it's right there happening to you every day. I remember when I went there, the Baked Potato was a world famous club. I had heard about recordings of fusion musicians at the Baked Potato, and I would go there like once or twice a week. It was right like a few miles from my house, so I could actually see those players really play live almost in front of me. Well, actually in front of me, like it was less than 8 feet distance. So this was a great experience because this was happening everywhere around Los Angeles, and that's one of the things I miss the most even now. Finally, being a guitar player, I really enjoyed the access to amazing instruments I could find there. I bought some really nice guitars, but they were constantly available. People were selling used instruments, they were buying new ones. Everything new would first come through Los Angeles, the guitar center, the different guitar places, and then it would be distributed in the rest of the US. So at the time, if you were in Los Angeles, it was really the guitar Mecca. Like you could find anything you wanted. I remember I found some very unique and very rare guitars like Steinbergers and other instruments quite easily. Like I decided to look for a Steinberger. I found one within 2 weeks. I looked for a Chapman stick, an 8-string Chapman stick. I found one after 2 weeks. So this was not the easiest thing to do if you don't live in Los Angeles, and it's one of the things I really enjoyed. So there you have it, 5 things I really enjoyed about studying in Musicians Institute at GIT in Hollywood. These were definitely, I'm going to repeat this again and again, not the only good things. There were many more things for the curriculum and stuff like that, but these were the first 5 that came to mind. So I hope this was helpful, and I will see you at the next episode of Ask the Guitar Coach. Until then, keep those questions coming and keep on shredding. Bye bye.